I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about. Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about? I can tell you what Christmas is all about.
Chestnuts roasting, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. So I'm offering this simple phrase.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I made this picture straight from scratch. So we're starting off in Canva, and I found a floor texture, I found a brick wall texture, and I found this picture of the sky with the snowy backgrounds and pine trees on Pinterest. So this is just basically the prototype of the final product. I'm just placing things to see how I would like for it to be, taking it from my brain and putting it into reality of what I was seeing inside of my brain and how I wanted things to look. To find all these pictures, I just basically used Google. I googled window PNG, I googled brick wall. I either googled brick wall or I used Canva actually. But still, regardless, whatever aesthetic you want for a brick wall, just use that, or whatever type of wall texture that you like, just use that. For the floor, I looked up floor PNG. I was very hesitant on adding a Christmas tree, but I'm very glad that I did, because it was just very difficult at first to envision it, but in the end it looked really nice. So with the moon, I found a moon PNG with Santa in it and the reindeers, so that it can look like Santa is going around the moon and I'm just looking outside of it. I'm now in Adobe Lightroom, and I'm basically just fine-tuning the picture because it was too blue and it didn't look really realistic, and I really wanted to look realistic, because if I didn't fix it, then it would just be too saturated and just make the whole thing look very odd. So I changed the blues and the greens. I made it more of a bluish green sky with little hints of yellow, instead of it just being a fully blue sky. And I also just like how the shadows look, because some of the shadow looks like it has red in it. It was just very nice, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. So after finalizing what I would like for the background to look like, I decided to go ahead and take pictures of me. I used my rabbit stuffed animal from when I was a baby, just to give it a childlike and playfulness vibe to the pictures. I then went outside to take pictures because I wanted direct sunlight in my face instead of just a ring light. So that's why I went outside. Even though there are some pictures that I end up using where you can see the shadow of the ring light and on my shirt, it still was very good because I was able to edit it out good enough to where you can not really see it unless you're really paying attention to it. Also, while taking these pictures, I used a remote camera shutter so that I can take pictures hand-free and just move around the tripod instead of just manually putting on a timer and everything like that. I can just snap pictures stress-free. In this next part, I basically just went back into Canva to replace the old picture of the sky with the newer picture that I edited in Lightroom. And then I headed over to Lightroom to edit it even more, to make it even more realistic that I was in a very low light area, because my aesthetic when it comes to taking pictures is just making sure that it's very low light. I don't really like having high bright lighting in my pictures because it makes me look very pale and ashy sometimes, and it makes me look 1,000 times lighter than I actually am. So to combat that, I usually keep my photos really dark. If anyone would like this preset, I can either send it to you or I'll link it down below. So if it's not linked down below, then if you would like it, just comment and I will send it to you. The next app that I used was PhotoRoom. PhotoRoom is an app where they use AI to remove backgrounds, and that's typically what I do because I don't have a Photoshop subscription anymore. I now use PhotoRoom to Photoshop myself into different scenes and whatever backgrounds that I choose to post on Instagram. So with this one, I took out the background of the pictures that I took of myself and the picture of this Christmas tree, which is different from the concept Christmas tree that I used at the beginning. And I added a shadow and I blended myself into the picture a little bit more, because if I didn't do that, I was going to be looking very odd with how bright I was, but how dark the background is. And yeah, as you can see, I also did have to put myself above the watermark, because if I didn't, the watermark was going to be over my body. And because I don't want to pay money to get the watermark removed, so where I don't have to crop anything out, I just go into the app and I crop out the pictures myself, because I just don't want to pay money for that. But as you see, I'm moving on to getting other pictures of myself that I took, and I'm basically just letting the background be removed and then saving it automatically, because I don't have to go back and blend it. Even though it's a separate image of me, the blend mode and everything that I had, all of the adjustments that I made to the image is saved, because I went back instead of going to another save file and doing all of it over again. So as you can see, for the final finishing touches, I went back into Lightroom to edit it once more, and I basically used my matte aesthetic preset on Lightroom, and I just made it look matte, and I used grain to make it have a little bit of texture and noise to it. After going to Lightroom, I went ahead and cropped all the photos, and yeah, this is the final product. This is the end of the video. This is all that I've done, all the behind the scenes of how I edit my photos. Even though this is 11 minutes long, obviously all of this is in 8x speed, so this does take a hefty amount of time, but if you have the time, it feels like you're getting it done within like 5 minutes. And it is now the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There will be more videos like this throughout this whole week. I know I did not post the past 2 days, but we are coming back stronger with all week of just photo tutorial videos of pictures you can make yourself on an iPhone to send out to your family members for Christmas and make homemade Christmas cards. Bye guys, see y'all next time.